I had to do it. I briefly touched on it a little bit last night, but I was pretty tired and pretty much spent. Um, so I got my contractor for the condo here, and how about I just give you a tour of how much progress they've made. A lot of garbage. Um, just go inside. So let me tell you the story. So I got my contractor through my State Farm agent. She's like, I've worked with this guy for 30 years. He's a good guy. I'm like, okay, I met him. And then just turned into excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And I've not seen him since November. You do the math. Um, the issues that I brought up, right? Issues I brought up is things like this flooring right there. Said it needs to be fixed, and now it's this is the middle. I told him before it was done. I said, hey, there's parts over here. There's chips in the flooring. There's scratches in the flooring. There's this part right here. This is not done properly. It's just I'm not even putting my full weight on it. You can see, I'm pushing that with my hand. So, you know, it's stuff like that. The stairs, we've already kind of talked about that. Let's talk about the sheetrock here. Uh, oh wait, is that the door? Yeah, brought that up several times. So here's the thing. I could have dealt with him fixing these issues. That wouldn't have been a problem. The big issue is I went to my State Farm agent, had a meeting with her, told her all these issues and what's going on. And he calls me as I'm heading home from her office last night. And I haven't given the name online, so if anybody thinks I'm blasting him, I'm not. I have not said his name in any of my videos. I'm heading home from the State Farm agent's office, and he calls me. So I answer, and I say, "What's going on, man?" And he goes, "Hey, man, he'll be there tomorrow. Something happened today." And I just simply said, "It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse." He goes, "Man, I'm doing the best I can." It's always the best he can. Well, the best he can pretty much sucks ass, if you ask me. And I saw some comment pop up. I don't know who that was from. I don't even know how to tell. Lucky Enchilada 1. Welcome, Lucky Enchilada 1. That's a cool name. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, what the fuck, right? So, so I did send this message to a couple people personally on Facebook, say been following the drama of this whole thing. And I'm driving home, and sorry, I'm kind of trying to stay focused here. I'm driving home, and he calls me and says the guy will be out there tomorrow. I go, it's always an excuse, man. I'm tired of excuses. When this is gonna be done? You said it was gonna be done this week. Oh, well, maybe next week, or something along those lines. Maybe this weekend. It's always a maybe. Doesn't have a definite answer ever. I go, man, we're pushing here. I said because now the place that I've been renting, they want to sell the house, so I've got to get out. Like, I've got to find a place to go put all my stuff and get this house fixed. And so when I told him, hey, well, just make yourself available Monday, whatever time works best for you, me, and Joy having me at the condo. And he loses his shit. Like literally yelling at the top of his lungs so loud in my car, my speakers are overmodulated in the car from him yelling. And then he proceeded, like he just so angry. And I think maybe I didn't tell him in one of the other videos, the live videos, about how the electrician had reached out to me, and this work was done in October. So what the electrician did is he did these can lights for me. He put the plug with the HDMI in there, ran the cord, so the HDMI cord is over there, and then put these plugs in, right? But then the sheetrock guy didn't do the plugs right around so those are all. He even covered that one up over there and had to tell him, hey, there's a plug there. They're like, no, there wasn't. I go, yeah, there was. I just paid for it. Well, I didn't pay for it yet. Get to that in a second. So I never got an invoice from the electrician, right? And so then December 31st, I told the contractor, hey, do you ever pay him? I never got an invoice. He goes, oh, yeah, I paid him. But then, like 2 or 3 weeks later, I get a message from the electrician, and he's like, I'm just kind of curious, where's the money on that? And I go, you haven't got paid? So I ended up touching base with the actual electrician owner of the company, and lo and behold, there was a lack of payment. He's got late fees and compound interest on his, and it's a business, right? And the guy that my contractor said, why don't you go down to my dojo and we'll fight it. And if you win, I'll pay everything. If you lose, I pay nothing, or something along those lines. And I'm like, dude, just pay the bill or give me the bill. I ended up paying the guy myself, right? I was like, this is stupid. And it was in that moment when he was like yelling that I'm like, I can't let this guy in my house. I don't know how to trust this guy. And I even met with my State Farm agent again this morning. We were like, okay, let's still meet with him. And I'm like, you know what? Like at this point, I already fired him because I'd had his flooring guys finally showed up this morning. I said, hey, do you have any tools in there? And he goes, no. I go, okay, well, no offense to you. And I asked him how long he'd been working with this particular contractor. He goes, oh, off and on for about a year. I said, just make sure you get paid. Because I can't have somebody like this in my house. It's not good energy. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I need. It's not what I want. So I need to have good energy in this house, and so I can't have that going on. So he called me again, and he just wants to argue with the money. So the pack out was 10 grand, and he said the flooring was pack out was 10.6, and the flooring was 24, right? Because that's what he told me. That's the number he gave me. And then today he tried to throw out extra numbers like, oh, we need to talk about the stairs and how much it's going to cost. No, because this is how much you told me it was. Because he used a lot of the money from the pack out for the flooring. I know this because the pack out had an itemized item on there of 4 guys, 2 days, I think at like 7 hours a piece is what it was. And so then I was like, wait a second here. It took 3 guys about 6 hours, and I threw my shit all in there. And I'm paying for the storage basically because the storage is at my Airbnb where I have all this stuff. So, and I know he didn't pay them more than maybe it's 500, 600 bucks, maybe 1,000 at the most. I don't think it was that much. And another thing with the pack out too, he's supposed to be on site like managing this, right? He left, and so these guys are like, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? Well, you need to take it. I don't know what the instructions were. I don't know what the deal is with this guy. So I'm just done with him yelling. So what the reason I was telling you about the prices of the 10 and 2, so everything else is, he goes, you only paid me 8. You owe me another 2 for the pack out. And I go, no. So I screenshotted him the Zelle of 6 grand, and I screenshotted him the check for 6 grand. 6 plus 6 is 12, right? And he goes, no, you still owe me. That's not all the money. And I go, yeah, it is. It's all you're owed. Because he's got a degree in accounting, he said. So I think we'll just end it there for now. I'm gonna end up showing you screenshots of a bunch of stuff once. You know me. I'm gonna put a whole video together on this whole thing, and started looking up stuff on the registered contractors of Arizona, and I'm learning stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, folks. That's it for the night. So I'm gonna leave you. I'm trying to think how to twist around this and leave a positive twist on this with igniting your legacy, so that you don't, right? So you can walk away from watching this and go, hey. Um, like I said, I always invent in my videos with Ignite Your Legacy. And we'll just leave it at this, right? He said that I'm messing with his livelihood by talking to my State Farm agent. That's gonna and yelling at me about this. It's just like blasting on the internet. And I go, it's not blasting on the internet. It's talking to one person. And I asked him, I go, is she your only source of referral income? She's a big part of it. Well, then maybe you should have done the right thing and really thought about that, where this reference is coming from. When I'm an attention to detail kind of guy on this sort of thing. And I'm going to call you out on this, and I've called you out on this, and you haven't bothered to meet with me. So my igniting my legacy, igniting your legacy message here tonight is know if you're referred, know where that's going and take care of that relationship, because that legacy, that dwindling flame will happen there. All right, guys. Peace out. Talk to you tomorrow.